Hi everyone, and welcome back to my channel. Today we are doing something super fun. Turning my daughter's drawing into a polymer clay figurine. This is her drawing of her dad, big head, stick limbs, and those amazing curly hair circles. I love how our kids see the world, and I thought, why not bring this to life? First, I'm mixing translucent clay with a touch of rose red clay to get a skin tone. I'm planning to make a whole family figurines, so I'm using clay measurements panel to keep the proportions consistent. Now for the face. I'm using a dotting tool for the eyes and mouth, and a gentle pinch to shape the nose. Just so a little bit of details to avoid complete flat face. Then the ears. I like to make little indents so they fit securely. It feels more stable that way. Already, the head shape is starting to come together, and I'm getting excited. To keep the arms and legs even, I'm using an extruder tool. I will trim them to the same length and add pins for extra structural strength. I think the eyes might be a bit too green. Oh well, I'll fix it later. One of the best things about art is allowing yourself to make mistakes and keep going. No need to stress about perfection, just enjoy the process. Now for the hair. I'm extruding the clay into long strips and wrapping them around the pin tool to create the curls. Let me know if you know any better ways to do the hair. But here I'm just using the old school method, making indents and then placing the tiny curls into each hole. Next up, making the boots. I know it looks a bit abstract, but it will work. Time for the finishing touches. Touch of color to the mouth. And the subtle nose line. maybe even tiny front teeth. These small details make big difference in bringing out the personality. And of course, some stubble. Now a gentle touch-up with pastels. Remember, the pastel powders deepen on clay after baking. I always tap off the excess pastel powder, similar to how it removes excess eyeshadows. So, as you can see, I overbaked clay. Looks like burnt. Apparently, we can overbake translucent clay. We get cracks, and well, you get these brown hands. But hey, don't worry. There's always a way to fix things in art. I will just paint it over with acrylics. Painting over the burnt skin. Adding details to the eyes and eyebrows. Adding highlights to the eyes. Finally, I will glaze it with Montauk gloss varnish to protect the paint and give it a nice shine. Remember to choose the Montauk gloss varnish signature. It's designed to paint over acrylic painting to protect colors. The texture of the varnish should be thick, but you can dilute with water if you want. And here's the finished figurine. When I showed it to my daughter, she immediately recognizes her dad. I think I did a good job for translating her drawing into 3D, right? Thanks for watching, and let me know what you think in the comments. See you in the next sculpting session.